All right, in the next 10 minutes, you are going to launch a real Linux server on the internet, not local host, not a tutorial sandbox, a real machine running in Amazon data centers that anyone in the world can reach. Here's the thing too, most people screw this up on their first try. They either leave their server wide open to hackers or they accidentally enable something that costs them $200 by the end of the month. So I'm going to show you exactly what to click and what to avoid so you don't become another I got an unexpected AWS boost story. By the end of this video, you have your own cloud server running on Ubuntu, the same operating system powering millions of production servers worldwide, like Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. So let's get started. But before we are going to go to you are going to open a browser. You are going to search for awsamazon.com. After that, you are going to log into your awsamazon.com. But if you don't have one yet, post this video and create one. It's free and you need a credit card. But we are staying in the free tier today. So after you have logged into your awsamazon.com, you are going to go to this Europe Stockholm. You are going to make sure it's in US is one, not EU, not one. US is one. As you can see now, after we have clicked the US is one, then you will be in US. My country region is US is one. So after that, you are going to search for EC2 in the search bar below. After searching, but it should be in capital letter, not small letter. EC2, EC2, sorry, 2, EC2. As you can see here, then you are going to click EC2, virtual servers in the cloud. We are now in our EC2 dashboard. On the left side below, you are going to see instances. So you are going to type instances. You are going to click on instances. After that, it will bring you to here. So in the right side below, you are going to type launch instances. I'm going to click it. Then it will bring you to this place. This is actually where the magic begins, because we are about to create a server from scratch. First thing first, we are going to give our server a name. So I'm going to name my server my first Ubuntu server, but you can actually name yours whatever servers you like. But my own will be my first Ubuntu server. So the reason why we are naming our server is because this is just actually a label, so you can actually recognize it later. Because if you end up with 10 servers, you will thank yourself for naming them clearly. So after that, we'll scroll down below and as you can see, we're application and OS images, Amazon machine image. So we are seeing a bunch of options right now: Amazon, Marcos, Ubuntu, Windows, Red Hat, and SE Linux, and Debian. But we are going with Ubuntu 22.4. So most of you will be thinking, out of all the servers here, why go with Ubuntu? Because it's the most popular Linux distribution for cloud servers, extremely well documented, beginner friendly, and what you will see in most real world projects. So after that, we will go for instances, instance type. Your instance type, you will go for T3 micro, because T3 micro. So we are in our instance type. This is where AWS asks how powerful do you want your server to be. So for my own server, it's showing me that T3 micro is actually free tier and eligible, and it offers a 750 hours per month for free. That's enough to run one server 24 hours without paying a cent. So I'll go for T3 micro. But in some case, or some servers, it actually gives you T2 micro. So just pick the one that is free tier and eligible. Don't pick anyone that is not free tier and eligible, because it actually will cost you a lot of money. So we are going for select KPI. Yeah, so I'll go for create new KPI since I don't have any KPI right now. I'm going to name my KPI. I'm going to name my KPI Ubuntu KPI. Ubuntu key. Ubuntu keep here. I think I need to put the Ubuntu key. Then the key pair type should be RSS, and the private key file format should. After that, you are going to press create key pair. After pressing create key pair, your browser will instantly download a file called Ubuntu key pair right here, ubuntu key.pem. Seriously, this file is your only way to access your own server. No password reset, no account recovery. If you lose this file, you are locked out forever from your own server. So if I were you, you should put it somewhere safe that you actually remember. So you scroll down below, and this is where it actually gets important, because this is where people actually mess up a lot. So we are in our network settings. We are going to press edit. No, we don't need to press edit. We are going to go to, if we are going to press create edit, then we are going to for VPC infrastructure. Our VPC, since we haven't created any VPC, so it will be default, and the zone should be US is 1A. The subnet should be this. Most of these subnets are all defaults, and the auto sign public IP should be on. This is actually the most important one, not disabled, should be enabled. The create security group. So most of you will be thinking, why am I just touching? Because we haven't actually created any of this. There's actually another type. We have to create the VPC infrastructure, subnet infrastructure, and the security group if you wanted to actually make a real server. But since we haven't created any of it, we are going to just put it in default mode, because creating a VPC infrastructure, we have to use NAT gateway and internet gateway, but that's for future use, because in the future I'm going to do better. But for now, we'll just go with defaults. After that, we will go for configure storage. You see, the default is 8 gig. Leave it. That's so you are going to just leave it like that. That's plenty for learning, and it's part of free tier. So if you bump it up to 30 gigabyte thinking more is better, you start getting charged. So just leave it at 8 gig. So in the next step, you are going to scroll down, and you see a summary on the right showing what you are about to create. Advanced details. As you can see, advanced details. As you can see here, but since you haven't created any of it, we're just going. Okay, now we have created a virtual machine. So we have created a virtual machine in AWS. So that's actually pretty cool. So if you want to see your virtual machine, you are going to go to instances. You are going to view instances. After viewing instances, you are going to see your Ubuntu server running. As you can see here, my first Ubuntu server running. So most of the reason why, even if you copy the IP4 address in a new page, let me try and copy the IP4 address, my IP4 address in the new page, my IP4 address. My IP4 address in a new page. You can see the site is saying it can't be reached, and that's actually pretty normal, because you just created a fresh Linux machine. It's running, it's connected to the internet, but there's no web server installed yet. It's like renting an empty building. The building exists, but there's no store inside it yet. To make it show a website, you still need to make SSH into the server using that key file that we just downloaded, install a web server like nginx or Apache, deploy a website, and that's what we'll do in the next video. But before that, we are going to off your Linux server. After we have created our Linux server, you have to off it, or else you stop instances. Yes, stop. Okay, saying successfully initiating stopping of IDs. So this thing. So we are currently right now stopping our instances. It might take a few minutes. So here is what you just did. You launched a real cloud server on AWS running Ubuntu with a public IP address. You didn't simulate it. You didn't follow a fake tutorial. You actually built infrastructure. This is the foundation of everything else in cloud computing. From here, you are one SSH command away from installing software, hosting website, and running databases, deploying